Starting a business starts as exciting and can quickly turn scary when you think about all you don't know about launching a new venture. In today's video, I am going to talk to you about the most important questions you must ask yourself as a business owner. Hi, my name is Andrew. I'm an attorney here at Mulali Law, where we help entrepreneurs just like you start your businesses without dealing with the complicated legal forms. Our done-for-you service is backed by over 2,300 5-star Google reviews, and we can help you start your business too. Now, before I start talking about the questions that you must ask yourself as a business owner, there's some background information that I want to provide you. It's important that when you start a business yourself, that you communicate and that you create a plan of attack with your founding team as well as your co-founders. The fundamentals of the agreement are relatively consistent and quite similar. One of the most common entities created today is a limited liability company, also known as the LLC. The reason why LLCs are most predominantly used in today's age is because they are simple to set up. LLCs provide limited liability protection, and LLCs are not subject to double taxation like corporations. When forming an LLC, you want to determine whether or not you're going to be receiving any sort of investments from outside or passive investors, and you're also going to want to consider whether or not you plan to take your company public. By considering the following 12 questions, you will be way ahead of the majority of entrepreneurs who often put the cart before the horse and end up spending a lot more money than they could have saved if they had asked these 12 questions in the first place. Now, the first question you're going to want to ask yourself is, will the LLC be member managed or manager managed? This basically means that you have to determine whether or not the owners will be the one managing the company, or there will be a specific manager position who will be responsible for managing the operations and the daily management of the LLC. The second question you're going to want to ask yourself is, how are you going to split up the membership interests? Is it going to be 50-50? Is it going to be 80-20? And then once you determine the actual membership interests of each member, then you're gonna ask yourself why. Why does this person get 20 while I get 80? Why does this person get 50 while I get 50? The third question you're gonna wanna ask yourself is, how is the company going to be financed? I've talked about this in previous videos, but making sure that your LLC is adequately financed. In other words, there's an adequate amount of capital contribution. That is a very important question that you're going to want to ask yourself. Are you gonna be funding it using your own money? Are you gonna be funding it using your services? Are you going to use property to fund the company? Ask yourself, how is the company going to be funded? The fourth question you're going to want to ask yourself is, are you going to split the capital interest and profit interests in the same way? Asking yourself these crucial questions in the very beginning will allow for a smooth business growth and expansion and daily operations. Now, the fifth question you're going to want to ask yourself is, in what state will the LLC be organized and registered? You have many options when deciding where to register and organize your LLC. Now, the answer to this question depends on many different factors. Where do you live? Where are the operations of your business? Are you a foreigner? Of course, if you're having a little trouble deciding where to organize your LLC, you can always click the link in the description box below to book your free call with a professional who can help you decide which state is best for you. Now, the sixth question you're going to want to ask yourself is, how will members be admitted into the LLC? Will they have to make any sort of contribution? Does a simple amendment to the operating agreement hold? How is a new member going to join the LLC? The seventh question you're going to want to ask yourself is, can a member of the LLC be a part of another LLC that operates and manages and is in the exact same field as your current LLC? In other words, and that member is already a part of another LLC who is competing in the same way. For example, you have LLC 1 that is in the business of renting automobiles. And then a new member joins LLC 1. And that new member is already a part of an LLC 2, which does the similar type of business, renting automobiles. Is that permitted? These are the type of questions that you must ask yourself. The 8th question you're going to want to ask yourself is, how is a member going to be expelled or let go of if that member does something that is against the business company? In other words, that member partakes in some type of activity that harms the business. How will that member be expelled? Will it be a simple letter? Will it have to be by agreement by all the members? These are the type of questions that you must be asking yourself. The 9th question you're going to want to ask yourself is, who is going to actually manage the LLC? Is it going to be all the owners? Is it going to be one owner? Is it going to be someone, an owner, most likely an owner, who has more experience than the other owners? What you must ask yourself is, who is going to manage the LLC? The 10th question you're going to want to ask yourself is, can LLC interests be sold to a third party? The reason why it's important to ask yourself this question is because when you add a new member who is a third party into your LLC, that typically changes the dynamic of the actual business. Will ensure that your business will continue to grow and will not have to face any sort of hardship. Now, the 11th question you're going to want to ask yourself is, what if there is a deadlock in voting? Say, for example, you are a part of an LLC. You have another partner, and so the two of you are owners of this LLC. Now, you want to go ahead and bring on a third party as a member, as a new owner, and so you enter into a voting period with your partner to determine whether or not we should add this new partner. You vote yes because it's your idea, and your partner or the other owner votes no. If there is a deadlock in voting, how are you and your partner going to resolve this deadlock? Now, the last and final question, the 12th question that you're going to want to ask yourself is there a clear plan of how a member's interests will be repurchased if they leave the LLC? Say, for example, you own 50% of the LLC and your partner owns the other 50% of the LLC. If your partner decides to leave the company, how is their interests going to be purchased by either you or a new owner of the company? That is a very important question that you must ask yourself. Now, the above questions and the answers to those questions may not seem as straightforward as you think. However, we have gotten the opportunity to help guide and direct entrepreneurs to answer these difficult questions. If you want to learn a little bit more about what you should be asking yourself if you want to create your own LLC, if you want to enter into a company and into business activities with a partner, and what is the best options for you, please make sure you click the link in the description box below to book your free call with a professional who can help you navigate through the answers to these questions. If you haven't already gotten the chance to, please make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, as well as the bell notification so you don't miss out on any future videos. When you hit the like, subscribe, and bell notification, it truly helps our channel reach out to even more entrepreneurs. But with that being said, you know what time it is. It's time to invest in yourself. It's time to rise. If you would like to learn a little bit more about LLCs, business startups, go ahead and click one of these videos here. See you in the next video.